How to sleep with a woman on the very first night. Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So yeah, this is a question I got yesterday, and I talked about this many moons ago. Dude said, "Hey man, he'd be up in the clubs. Ain't too much clubbing going on now, unless you're in like Arizona or something like that. But I think even Arizona shut down. But uh, last month, people were partying in the club in Arizona. That's why I mentioned Arizona. So ain't too much party going on, unless it's a private party, a house party, or something like that. But he said, hey, how do I catch these women? Catch in a good term, by the way. That's a good thing. Catch meaning campaign. How do I talk to women and eventually take them home with me or go home with her? That's a good question. A lot of guys can't pull this off. Haven't pulled this off. And I've done it a few times in my day. Not much today, but I still got the skills to do it. I can still do it if I wanted to, if need be, in the right environment, circumstance, etc. Now, a lot of this is going to be dependent upon what type of guy you are. Are you a high value dude or low? Are you average mediocre dude? If you're average mediocre dude, it's probably not gonna work. Now, if you one of them PUAs, pickup artists out here, they fake the funk. They shoot her a bunch of lies, sell her a dream. That's how they get the girl. But that only lasts but so long. Maybe the first night, that's it. Or the first 2-3 hours. If you meet her at a club, they sell her a dream, he gets what he want, he gone. You can do that too. You can sell her a dream, you can lie, you can name drop, you can say, I got this, I got that, check out my car, flash them with the jewelry, flash them with the cash, buying everybody the drinks. Yeah, a lot of them. Trick off your money. That works for some women. No doubt about it. That works. But I never did it like that. The guys that I roll with, we don't do it like that. We don't trick off. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about spitting game. I'm talking about using your mouthpiece. I'm talking about using your charm, charisma, and finessing women to get what you want. To have women go on with you. Now, this is going to be dependent upon, like I said, what type of guy you are, the environment you in, and her attraction level to you. Now, if her attraction is high, great. That means less talking. You don't have to talk so much. And to me, there's no such thing as rejection, really, because you're gonna have to deal with rejection when you're talking to a woman anyway. Now, in this situation, being you want to have a one night stand, you're gonna have to do everything fast but slow, meaning that the time that it takes you to get to know a woman over a couple days, you're going to have to do that within a few hours. So you have to do that fast. But you can't be so pushy. And you have to anticipate some type of pushback, some type of quote rejection. So you have to know how to finesse the rejection. So if she says no to something, I would say, why? What do you mean by that? You have to isolate the rejection like they do in sales. Isolate the rejection and give some sort of resolution or solution to why she feels the way she feels. You're going to have to deal with that, like, in the moment. You're going to have to do a lot of different things in the moment. You have to look for body language. You have to read between the lines. She might be lying about something. You have to look for the subtle things she might do with her body, with her words, how she communicate. You have to do all of this stuff within seconds sometimes. And you have to finesse and steer the conversation in the way you want. And it gets even tougher if she came to the spot with her friends. So if she came to the spot with her friends, you're going to have to get her friends involved. You can't ignore her friends, because if you ignore her friends, like most guys do, you're going to get blocked. So if they came together, she ain't going to want to leave her friends behind. So wherever you go, you more than likely you're going to have to get your friends involved. Get her friends involved, I should say. And that doesn't mean that you can't take her home. Of course you can. You just got to get her friends involved. They have to, quote, quote, like you. That way they won't block you. Because if they don't like you, it ain't going to work. You know? It's not going to work. And even if she says, suppose you meet her at a club and you spitting to her, and she says something like, you might say something like, hey, let's go to IHOP. She might say, I can't go there. I came with my friends. You might say, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you bring your friends with you? Problem solved. You know? More than likely, she's going to say that. But you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for whatever pushback or rejection comes about. You have to know what to say and how to say it. And you have to finesse it. And if she starts to bear off and the conversation starts going left, you have to know what to say to bring it back. You know, a lot of this takes some practice, some experience. You know, it's been times where I might have seen a woman 2-3 times and passed, and I said, hey, what's up, how you doing, whatever, right? On this one particular time, I said, I think it was like 2:30, the club was about to close, and I said, hey, you know what? Hey, how you doing? And she said, oh, I'm doing great. You know, I was like, hey, how was your night? She said, oh, I had a good time, blah, 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 this and that, or whatever. I said, hey, what you about to do? She's like, well, I'm about to go eat something real quick, you know, and go home. I said, hey, well, let's go. Let's go together. You know, and afterwards, hey, I'll just go home with you. She's like, oh, of course, sure, cool. Just like that. That has happened too. Just like I just said, and I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. You know? Now, I'd only seen this woman 3 times in passing. I knew her name, that's it. I didn't know where she lived. I didn't know if she had a boyfriend. I didn't know if she was married. And the only reason it happened because her attraction level was high. So that's how I got away with that. Now, if her attraction level wasn't so high, and if I said, hey, let's go down the street and get something to eat, can I join you down the street? Because she said she was already going anyway. And I said, well, after that, I'll just go home with you, because since it's going to be late. Now, if her attraction level wasn't high, she probably would have said no. I'd have got some type of pushback. So a lot of times, it depends on your target. Because a lot of times, a lot of guys go after the wrong woman. See, they go after the woman that's on the dance floor shaking her ass and getting all the attention. No, you don't want to go that. That's attention whoring. The woman that you want to go at, if you're in a club, for example, is a woman that's conservative. She's sitting there with her drink at the table. She's watching her friends. That's the woman that's down for the one-nighter. That's the one. But no, most guys, they go after the woman that's showing all her cleavage and showing her ass, showing her ass and got her back out. No, that's just a waste of time. She'll get all drunk and sloppy. And yeah, she'll talk to you, but you get all drunk and sloppy, and then that ain't gonna go nowhere. You're just dealing with a drunk bitch. You know, woman that's conservative, that's the target. That's the one you want to get at. You know, the things the women that are not so obvious that you think wouldn't go home with you or wouldn't take you home, those are the ones. Those are the ones, man. It's been times where I didn't necessarily want to take a woman home or go home with her. And I just asked. And she said, yeah, let's go. It happens, man. And check this out. Afterwards, there's one girl. I said, hey, this is after we done did the do and everything. This is like days later. This is probably like 3 or 4 days later. I was like, when I was talking to you earlier that night, I got the feeling that you was waiting on me to say something. Like, hey, let's just get out of here and go back to the apartment. She was like, yeah, I was actually waiting on you to say that, but you never said that. But you said it later, so hey, it's all good now. And see, you just never know what women are really thinking until you have a conversation with them. You know, because women are driven by by emotions. So where her emotions goes is as far as you will go. Plus, a lot of women, a lot of times they just want to smash. They just want a one-nighter. She might be married, or she might got a boyfriend at home, or whatever, or she just might be bored, or she just might be horny. So you just never know what type of woman you're gonna meet when you're out and about. But the woman that you think is obvious is not the one. The conservative woman that's very dressed well. Maybe she's very polished, very intelligent. Those are the ones. Those are the ones. Based on my experience. You know, a lot of bars have women that you go there. Some of them are bars. But some bars, a lot of women are attention whores too. So, churches, believe it or not, you know, any type of event like festivals, you can catch women there that's down for the get down. Or out of town girls, women that's in maybe you might see a woman at the park. They just came to town to hang out. Maybe they there with her friends. You can catch them, you know. But the mistake that a lot of guys make is they try to, if she's with her friends, they try to just kind of get rid of the friend. No, you don't want to get rid of the friend. You want to get the friend involved. Introduce yourself to the friend. Make establish a relationship with the friend. That way you can get close to her friend. That's how you want to play that shit. That's some player shit. Player style, baby. You know? That's how you do it. But you got to do all this. You got to do so much within a limited amount of time, so fast. But at the same time, you got to slow it down. You can't move but so fast. But at the same time, you got a limited amount of time. You got 2-3 hours, if that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you have, like maybe you might meet a woman at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and then maybe you talk to her for like an hour, and y'all make plans to get up like 9, 10 o'clock, or 11 o'clock at night. It's still a limited amount of time to handle this. You know what I'm saying? Versus you getting to know a woman over a week or two, and you meet up with her like 2-3 times, and on the third time you smash. That's different, you know, because you have time. You have 2-3 times, you talk on the phone or whatever. Then when you see her the second time, boom, y'all hit it off, you smash. But if this is the first day, that's a different ball game. You know, it's different, man. You know, but what makes things easy is when she's really attracted to you. It's gonna be much easier for you to finesse and get her back to your place. And a lot of times, man, if she's really attracted to you, I usually do a hand test. Hand test. I grab her arm in a playful manner or whatever and let go, and or I'll use the palm of my hand and touch her on her, like the swole of her back or something like that, and I let go. And depending on how she responds, I'll proceed to do more. And then I'll try to get close to her, like my whole body. I'll get in her space or whatever. And a lot of times, man, if you kiss her, it's on. Yeah, if you kiss her, it's on. Then, because if she likes that, oh man, it's on. That's been my experience. You know, because ain't no woman, I've never kissed a girl that didn't want me to go further. Never happened. If she didn't want to kiss, I never got to the panties. No doubt. Because kissing is a very intimate act. You got some women out here, they'll go down on you, but they won't kiss you. Now, that doesn't make any sense. If really, from a guy's perspective, that doesn't make any sense. But there's some women that are so screwed up, they'll go down on you, but they won't kiss you. Kissing is a very intimate thing. Because if a woman kisses you, that I think it builds up, that activates a lot of things within internally inside her body. I think dopamine and all the other chemicals, whatever. You know, so women, they understand this. That's why they won't kiss certain guys. But they'll go down on you though. That doesn't make any sense. But hey, whatever. That's a video for another day. But you understand what I'm saying. If you can kiss her, if she let you kiss her, you gonna get in them panties. They're coming off. You know. Now the only way it won't come off, if she has some mental blockage or you do something that offends her, which is highly unlikely, unless you're just an idiot. But hey, this is really how to go about having a one-night stand, you know, on the first date. This is really how It, you know, it's really how it goes down. You know, you really have to tap into her emotions and her, you know, she has to be the right person, and you have to be the right person, and you have to move accordingly. You know, I kind of talk about this in, you know, in my books and my online programs. Just go to my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. That's chooseyourrelationships.com. You can find the website below. Go get my book, Boss Life Secrets and Love Can't Wait. You know, and A Chicken's Guide to Having Women Beg for You, Sex, Lust, and Lies. I talk about all that stuff in my book. You know, just go check it out. You know, anything I can do to help you out, like this video, share this video, click that little bell below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.